Hey guys, welcome back. Since I just reviewed the Bentley, which cost around $70,000, I got thinking to myself, what other car can I take a look at that's like 70, 80, maybe even up to $90,000 that's used and was very expensive when it was new, but is considered a bargain nowadays. So now we're looking down the barrel of the 2020 E63 AMG Wagon. I was actually curious to check one of these out for quite some time. This one's going for 85 grand, and I figure it's a perfect car. Let's just check it out real quick. So that's what I'm gonna do. Good looking interior as usual. Rear seat legroom and headroom is not a problem. My hair is not touching the headliner, and my knees have about an inch of space thanks to these little cutouts. So you could fit two larger people in the back seat, no problem. Someone's been doing some driving. And now for the button test. And now for the final button. Alright guys, so this interior is kind of surprising to me. It actually did quite a bit better than I expected, considering that I've also reviewed other W213 E-classes that have frankly done much worse. This one wasn't so bad. It squeaked a little bit on the rear overhead console. I can't really get that angle too well. You know what I mean if you watch the beginning of the video. And there was just a little bit of like looseness in here, a little bit of the overhead console, just little tiny stuff. I don't think there were really any major squeaks in this car. Most of what I'm talking about is kind of up by this wood here. Mercedes can't really do good when it comes to wood being solid, but everything else was all right. Despite this car not being perfect for fit and finish, I would still accept it. Like if I had this car, I would be satisfied with the fit and finish. I'm not going to say I wouldn't be. At that point, it's just really nitpicking. I'd give it a 7 out of 10 for fit and finish, which for Mercedes is actually pretty good. This is an E63 AMG. This is the top dog AMG. Now, I don't know if this has any special Designo packages or if you can even get that on these cars or anything like that, but I would expect the absolute best materials when I get the 63, and I'm kind of missing some of that in this car. Let me explain. The top of the dash is actually very nice feeling, stitched leather with color contrast stitching. I like that. That same leather is all over the door here. Don't have a problem with that. But then the lower parts of the dash, like your glove box and lower, that's just NB Tex basically. It's the soft touch vinyl. The nice leather on the top does not carry all the way over for some reason. I don't know if you can option that in or what the deal is, but this car don't have it, and I'm disappointed. One thing I'm not disappointed by is the wood. This car has this like dark ash sort of wood. It's an exposed grain wood. Feels really nice to the touch, and it looks pretty cool. I have no problem with that. The seats themselves are decent. They are real leather with the stitching and this white piping on the side, and it has a little bit of Alcantara on it, as well as the Aufalterbach logo stamped on the headrest. That's kind of a nice little extra touch. I'm also let down again by the headliner and the sun visor. The headliner is just the basic cloth, same as in a regular E-Class, and then you even have a plastic sun visor. They couldn't even do cloth. I would expect a car of this caliber to have an all Alcantara headliner and sun visor, like I've seen in some other high-end Mercedes. This one is missing that for some reason. I don't know what the hell happened. And then aside from a couple of AMG specific touches, like these big metal paddle shifters right here and the flat bottom steering wheel, like this little spoke here on the steering wheel, everything else in here is just the same. Buttons and switches are the same as in any other Mercedes. So same climate buttons, same media buttons, same window controls, same seat controls, same stocks, same everything. There is not a lick of difference. They're nice buttons and everything, but they're not special. One thing I do love about this car, though, is it not only has heated seats, but it also has heated armrests. I'm feeling those right now, and they feel pretty fantastic on a day like today. I can't even lie. I'm frankly kind of pissed that I have to give this a 7 out of 10 for materials. If we had some more leather in here, that would be an easy 8, but I'm not giving this car an 8. Not with an MB Tex lower dash. Hell no. With that being said, your guys' final score is going to be 7 out of 10 for both fit and finish and materials. Please let me know your thoughts. I did take this car for a quick test drive, and I gotta tell you, it doesn't feel all that fast, although I didn't really push this car too hard. I kind of went about half throttle in most cases. The car didn't really accelerate all that much. I noticed that in the AMG GT43 as well. This car doesn't quite kick you in the ass. I don't think so, not unless you like poke or prod it. But I was driving it in sport mode. Either that or this car really insulates you from the speed or something. I don't know. But it was there was not a lot of drama when driving this car, let me tell you. On the flip side, though, the handling of this car is quite incredible. It does feel a little different than a regular E-Class. You can tell that right away. And even the transmission is pretty good. Like, I use the manual shifting mode for a little bit. I use the paddle shifters to both upshift and downshift, and they felt very quick and responsive, almost like a PDK. If not as good as a PDK, this was very close to it, which is high praise because PDK is one of the best when it comes to transmissions. So this was at least close to that, which, you know, is high praise. But even at lower speeds, you can tell that this car is extremely capable as far as cornering and really pushing it hard. Like, the car felt very sharp, stable, no problem there. Even the ride wasn't too bad. Like, I just drove a Maserati Ghibli, and the ride was very harsh, very crashy feeling. Definitely some vertical actions in my seat. Not so much in this car. This has a firm ride, like firmer than a regular E-Class, don't get me wrong. But it wasn't crashy like in the Maserati Ghibli. It was still pretty manageable, fairly comfortable, but just kind of more stable. But yeah, fairly easy car to drive. I'm sure it's an absolute rocket ship, you know, supercar killer like the magazines and the real car journalists say. But I don't know. I couldn't really find that power just yet, at least not with the type of driving I was doing. So I might have to exploit it at another time. But that's all I have time for today. Thank you guys for watching. I'll try to get some more videos out for you to watch on the toilet. Peace.